Ahoy, hoy! Welcome to another episode of the O Show. I am O, and I'm here for your amusement. No, that didn't look right. Whatever. Okay, so I was going through my Xfinity cable, and I noticed that Showtime is being offered for free again. It's like a free week. Hopefully, I catch it early because I always catch it at the end of the week, and I'm scrambling to watch something. But I was scrolling through the movies to see like what can I get that I haven't seen before, and I probably don't have access to right now. And I noticed Breaking from 2022 is on there, so I decided to watch it last night, and let's talk about it. So, Breaking is a story about a Marine veteran named Brian Brown Easley. And he was due money from the VA, and they failed to give him his money. So, he decided to expose them and do it in a way that he can get a lot of attention. So, what does he do? He decides to rob a bank, which he doesn't rob. He threatens to blow it up, but he doesn't blow it up. However, it's very like dramatic and kind of tense in some scenes. There were some slow parts to the movie, but at the end of the day, instead of him just saying like probably everyone else, because I know the VA has issues. I've heard a lot of VA stories. Instead of just saying like, hey, they owe me money, blah blah blah, like everyone's gonna be like, whatever, that's your problem. So yeah, it did draw light to the situation in a crazy, crazy way. But it was a pretty good movie. I kept forgetting it was based on a true story. And I was like, okay, like are the SWAT teams are busting? There's gonna be like some explosions. No, it's an interesting story. At the end, as I stated on the video, this is spoilers. He is killed. Like through the video, he's pretty much saying like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm a black man. I'm doing this. I know this ain't gonna end well. I'm pretty much gonna be dead by the end of the day. But he is murdered by a sniper outside. They take him out and then free the two hostages that he was holding the whole time he was in the bank. So this movie is actually based off an article that was written in 2018. And the article was titled, They Didn't Have to Kill Him. Yeah, he made his threats and, no one was harmed. He actually was like the nicest robber in the world. Like, he was so polite. Like, every time he got angry and mad, he always apologized. He was yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. He would he would destroy stuff off the counter and be like, sorry. Like, don't you just wish that all robbers were like that? Like, he stole my wallet, but he said he was sorry. It's okay. But here's the kicker. So the movie was originally called 892 when it first came out. And the reason it was called 892 before they changed the name to Breaking is because the amount of money that the VA owed him was $892. This man did all of this for $892, which I ain't mad. I mean, that's your coins. Like, get your check. Um, I didn't know all that. So when they finally asked him like how much do they owe you, and he said 892, and I'm waiting for him to say like 1,000. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll blow the bank too. Like, just kidding. Um, but yeah, $892. Like I get it. And there was even a point in the movie where one of the tellers was like, "I'll just give you the money. Like we're in a bank. I'll put it in your account right now." He was like, "No, I don't want your money. It's from the VA. Like they owe me this. Like I want their money." But it just shows you just, woo, like the lengths that situations will put a person through. Like it's serious. It's crazy out there. So when it comes to the cast, we have a really good cast in this movie. I didn't realize so many people were in it. So the star of the movie, playing Brian, is an actor named John Boyega, and you may recognize him as Finn from the Star Wars movies. Yes. When he first comes into the bank, he pretty much like tells the one teller like, "I have a bomb." Another, I think she was a manager, kind of sees what's happening and does a really good job of getting people out. Like, okay, like there was a lady at her desk. She's like, "Yeah, no, I need you to leave because there's some shit going down." So they clear the bank out. And there ends up being like just two employees left in the bank with him. So the first one was a character named Estelle, and that is played by Nicole Bahari. Um, I totally know where she's from. I could have looked this up, but I didn't. The second bank employee was played by Selena's Leva. And I know her from Orange is the New Black. I love when I get to know actress, and then I go back and watch old movies, be like, oh my god, that's them. But I didn't realize them until like that big role that finally came for them. But I love her. We have her in Orange is the New Black. Right now, she's in Lopez versus Lopez, playing George Lopez's ex-wife. I just saw her in something else too. Like, hey girl. Now, her character is the one who's all like panicking and crying and like, this guy is talking about he's gonna blow up the bank and she's like, I'm gonna die and not see my family. Like, that's one reason I never worked at a bank. Like, okay, you know what? This movie's not about me. Michael K. Williams is also in the movie. He's kind of like the head cop negotiator that ends up talking to Brian. And I believe this was one of his last roles because he did recently pass away last year, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, he did a really good job on this role. Connie Britton plays Lisa. She is a worker at a TV station, so he ends up calling the news station to try to get himself on TV. She's asking him all his questions about the situation, like building that rapport and conversation with him. Jeffrey Donovan uh, plays Major Riddick. He's always like a hothead in these movies. He had like the perfect role for this. Okay, now here's my thing. At the end of the movie, the credits are rolling, and I see that Elise Neal is listed in the cast of the cast of the movie. And I looked it up on IMDb, and it says that she plays a character named Juanita. Where was this Juanita person at? I don't remember Juanita. Do you remember Juanita? Anyone see a Juanita? Unless she was in some heavy makeup. Did I miss her? I don't know. Something's weird about that. Well, like I know there was some changes made in the casting before everything was being filmed. So was she filmed and they got cut, and they still gave her credit? Okay, if Elise Neal was in this movie and you saw her, please put it in the description below because I don't remember seeing her. Was she on the screen for like 2 seconds? Yeah, I'm not crazy. Does that sound crazy? I don't know, I'm not crazy. Okay. Let me know what your thoughts are on Breaking. If you've seen it, how did you feel about it? What do you think about the story? I don't remember the story. I don't remember what state this took place in either. I don't remember this story. I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Okay, so if I had to rate Breaking, uh, I'll give it 3 shots. How about that? That sounds good. I think 2 shots here. I give it three because craziness. Like we need to do better with our veterans. First of all, second of all, the acting was I thought really good with like everyone who was in it. Um, Third, where was Elise Neal at? I mean, did she get paid? All right, cheers. Ooh. All right. And number two. Ooh, I had a delay with swallowing. Okay, so thanks for watching. Let me know again your thoughts of Breaking. Are you familiar with the story? We're on Elise Neal Watch, and I will see you in the next episode. So, like this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And TTFN.